are now listening. You are now listening to the Backseat Wrestler Podcast.
Look at Randy Orton slithering.
Watch out!
Hosted by Eric and Elvis.
It's LA Knight's game. Yeah.
And we are back. Hello and welcome to the number one wrestling podcast in the world, the Backseat Wrestler Podcast. We are back, of course, ready to bring you more wrestling news with your host, Eric and
Elvis.
All right. This week of wrestling was mid.
It was not that good.
It was mid. Mid.
It wasn't
Very
my turn
mid.
to say mid.
Oh, God, it was freaking boring. Honestly, it was boring. There was a couple, of course, of good spots, but most of it was just like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, I was found watching it like not interested at all.
Yeah, no, I don't know. It's just been hella boring. But yeah, of course, there has been a couple of releases in WWE. I guess we could start talking about that because that freaking sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had a couple of releases involving Braun Strowman, Dakota Kai, Shayna Baszler, Cora Jade, and a lot more. But those are like the top stars out of that. Honestly, very surprised with a couple of these. Like,
you also had
crazy.
like the only actual real women's tag team, Katana Chance, Kaden Harder, got released. It's like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, Kane Carter and Katana Chance got released, and I'm really upset about that too.
Because they were like the best tag team.
They were the only official tag team in the freaking tag team division for the women's.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why the hell you would release them, especially if you want to elevate that freaking title that literally means basically nothing at the moment. I mean, obviously Liv and Raquel have it, and they've been doing pretty decent with it, but I mean, all of their freaking competitors have been teams that are just randomly made up.
And Liv just says she's going to be out for a while. She got a movie role, so she's not even going to be
for like a couple of weeks, maybe a month. But I don't know what the hell they're doing with that freaking title. It's just so stupid. And they were honestly really fun to watch, too. They had some pretty decent matches. Yeah. So hopefully they land somewhere where they're actually utilized for what the heck they need to be utilized for, which is a tag team division that actually deserves them. But yeah. Of course, Dakota Kai, like, that sucks.
Cora Jade, obviously.
Yeah, Cora Jade, but Dakota Kai just hurts. Like we were pulling for her to win like that IC championship, and she didn't.
With her and Cora Jade, it's the injuries. That's the thing.
Still, man, that sucks. Cora Jade hurts too because like she was supposed to be like she was being built as like the future of the women's division, and she just kept getting injured whenever the heck they would push her. Same thing with Dakota Kai. She wasn't pushed that way, but you know, a lot of the fans fell in love with her, and it just sucks that, of course, now she's gone. I honestly see her jumping ship to AEW, but out of everybody else that got released, I don't really see them going to AEW. I see them probably go to like TNA.
Or just the indies, like Braun Strowman.
That's
like crazy. They brought him back. He had a couple of good views with like Jacob Fatu and stuff, and then right back to released.
It sucks.
So he's probably going to be in the indies. I feel like I don't feel like he's like a TNA guy or nothing.
Nah, imagine Braun on GCW though.
That's what I'm saying. We're doing like death matches and
matches on GCW
or Bloodsport. Like
that'd be freaking hilarious. Shayna Baszler, I kind of saw that coming. They weren't doing anything with her.
Yeah.
Ever since like what she beat
Ronda and then just got demoted quick.
Yeah, and after that, it's like we really get much out of her. Yeah, sucks. But yeah, of course, it was Gigi Dolan also got released. That sucks. Honestly, that was a little surprising.
Yeah, Eddie Thorpe got released.
Yeah, Eddie Thorpe got released. That was. Oh wait, who's he dating again?
Dakota Kai.
Oh, okay. So there you go.
They both lost their job.
That sucks. Oh man. All right. Well.
Julia and Roxanne are main roster officially.
Julia and Roxanne, yeah, I saw that. So that's pretty cool. I'm happy for that. But they definitely got to distinguish why the hell they're working together. They haven't really done that.
Yeah, maybe we'll get it this week because we do got Backlash this weekend.
Yeah, we do. But I don't know. That whole like team up is so fucking random. They need to figure out what the heck they're doing there.
Yeah, I don't know.
And why they're doing it. I don't have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks. But anyways, I'm happy for Roxanne. Hopefully she does become a world champion one day. I definitely see that happening. Probably not like in the very near future, but probably.
Yeah, they got to build up the young stars because some of the other stars are already up there.
Yeah,
like Charlie and
Becky, Bailey. Yeah, a couple of them are up there already. Unfortunately,
you got Tiffany, who's young and she's champion, so that's good. But
yeah, Rhea. I don't think Rhea's that
Rhea's
old.
still pretty young. Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's still pretty young.
Bianca still good. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's still a couple of big stars there. I don't know, but. Yeah, hopefully, of course, Roxanne becomes a world champion.
Well, you got Jade too and stuff. Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, they're good. They're fine. But anyways, In terms of other top stories, I think one of the main things we do want to talk about that isn't really a top story, but
It is.
it is.
It
It
is
is a top story. The 100 men versus one gorilla.
Silverback gorilla.
Yeah, versus the silverback gorilla. What is your take on that? Because if I had to say, honestly, I got the gorilla. I don't
Yeah.
think 100 basic
So
men
yeah,
are going to
let's say this. Yeah, the debate's about 100 basic people. People are over here throwing like strongmen and some of the strongest people in the world and MMA fighters and box. Like no, the debate is 100 men, silverback gorilla, regular people. Most regular people cannot fight for nothing.
No.
They're not gonna hurt a gorilla. They're gonna hurt themselves trying to punch it. It's not gonna do anything.
They're going to break their hand punching the gorilla.
The gorilla's gonna completely smash them, or he'll kill some people, and the other rest will just get scared and run away.
Yeah, there's no
I got
way.
the gorilla every time.
There's no way. Forget a gorilla? Are you freaking kidding me? They can like bite you. Like they'll literally bite your
They
hand
have
off.
the bite force stronger than like lions and stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah, they'll just like
Even though
rip
they
off.
don't-
They'll rip off your arms. Like, it's freaking ridiculous.
The
Some people are
strength-
saying they can take it.
Yeah, it's just even if the gorilla just starts filleting on his arms, not actually trying to punch you. If you're gonna hit by one of those fillets, you're gonna knocked out at least. You're gonna knock.
Yeah.
Out, but you're most likely done. Brain injury, you're done. You're in a coma.
No, so let me make this clear. Obviously, the way I'm interpreting it is no weapons, and it's 100 random men.
Yeah.
Out of those 100 random men, 99 of them have probably never fought in their entire life.
Or even if they fought, they don't know how to fight. They fought against other people who don't know how to fight.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
It's gonna
have
be
you
like
seen
that
video-
one like MMA fighter or something
Well,
like that.
somebody that trains, but
Yeah,
still,
exactly.
like, have you seen I've seen videos of like people jumping somebody and the dude gets up with no bruises. Like they don't know how to fight.
Yeah,
Just flailing their arms, fighting like regular people do not know how to fight. Even if they did, even if you have an experienced fighter,
versus a gorilla.
have them punch a gorilla. Gorilla's probably not gonna feel it.
That's another thing. I can't physically see in my brain. I can't imagine a gorilla getting hurt from a human punching it. I feel like it's like a toddler punching a person.
Yeah, I seen gorillas fighting each other, and they don't even feel each other's punch, and they hit hard.
Someone called the zookeeper for that video.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell is the zookeeper
How's
gonna
the
do?
zookeeper gonna
Be a
do?
referee?
Nothing. No, honestly, I feel like so.
First
Just to
of all,
make it clear,
the glass at the zoo is reinforced glass that's bulletproof and everything. I seen the gorilla jump
And they
on
do
it
crack
and
it.
crack it.
yeah, that's
And it's
insane.
not even putting all their force. It's just like boom.
No, honestly, like I feel like if it was randomized, we would lose. But if humans had to choose the 100 people, I feel like we would win.
I feel like we still.
We would lose a lot. We'd lose like 30, 40 people, but we would still win. If we had to pick, if we had the opportunity to choose 100 people, like just to name a few, let's name a few wrestlers.
Brock Lesnar.
You got Brock
100%.
Lesnar, 100 number one pick right there.
Bobby Lashley,
Bobby Lashley,
MMA fighter. as
Braun
well.
Breaker,
Braun Breaker. Yeah,
Braun Strowman.
but you're picking big guys.
Yeah,
And
Prime Mark
or
Henry,
People who are experienced in fighting. Prime.
Mark Henry, Prime Ken Shamrock.
You're not getting that though.
I'm just saying, like if you can go back in time and just grab Prime people to face this gorilla. Come on now, Prime 98 Undertaker, 98 Kane.
Prime Antonio Inoki.
Antonio
The fighter.
Inoki, yeah, for real, that's true. I don't know. That's just to name a few freaking wrestlers that can go at it with this freaking person.
So
Well,
I'm picking big guys.
a
Brian
Prime,
Cage.
a JBL hitting the clothesline from
Oh
hell.
my Prime Batista.
Prime Batista.
I'm just picking big guys like
This big wrestlers.
even right now. Brian Cage.
Brian Cage, yeah, that's a good one.
Um,
Powerhouse Hobbs.
Powerhouse Hobbs.
You got Powerhouse Hobbs going against it. Oh man, there's some big guys out there, but but like if I had to choose, I'd probably name like those wrestlers.
And then I'm picking
I'm picking, like-
some big NFL players like Myles Garrett, who is extremely strong, and Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald would freaking demolish that
I'm
gorilla.
picking James Harrison, even though he's 45 years old. He's just freaking
Just prime James Harrison.
yeah, but even now I seen a video. He hip throws like 800 pounds. That dude's strong.
That dude
as
is
hell.
freaking strong as hell.
And then you're picking some strong men.
Yeah, Eddie Hall.
Eddie Hall,
Eddie
Brian
Hall,
Shaw,
the GOAT. Brian Shaw. You got to pick some bodybuilders, some C-bum action.
C-Bone.
Yo, that'd be crazy.
Not Bradley Barty.
He's 260. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's the one argument where you can't make that.
Nah.
And then you got to pick some heavyweight fighters. John Jones.
John Jones is the greatest fighter to ever live. He's gonna spin.
Yeah,
he's
but
gonna
he's
spin
not-
elbow that
Yeah,
gorilla.
but the gorilla's not gonna feel it.
He's gonna knock out that gorilla.
No, but anyways, if you had to pick, I'm saying John Jones, Tom Aspinall, and then
So, you want to pick somebody to choke him out? Charles Oliveira.
And
Prime
boxing?
Charles Oliveira.
How is he gonna choke out the gorilla? I've seen the gorilla's neck. Yeah, so you gotta.
Khabib.
He's not doing nothing.
He could take down a bear. He could take down a gorilla.
He's not taking down a full-grown gorilla.
If Khabib could take down a bear, he's taking.
It was
down
a little
gorilla.
small bear, and he didn't take it down. He was like on. It wasn't actually down.
He's taking. I think he leg checked it, didn't he? Didn't he like single leg it? Did he not single leg?
First of all,
bear?
Marab owns the Nurmagomedovs. Marab Dawah.
Oh my god,
he's the best wrestler. Islam. Nah, but I'm picking heavyweights. I'm not picking none of these small guys. They're gonna killed.
You have to.
No, they're gonna get killed.
No, because what's gonna happen is the gorilla's gonna be focused on the big dudes, and then some dude like Chad Gable is gonna come in and just freaking suplex the crap out of him.
El Grande Americano.
El Grande Americano is gonna come in there and just freaking suplex him. No. I'm just saying, like, you gotta get some short guys in there too. They're gonna do their thing.
They're gonna get smashed.
You're gonna get Mighty Mouse.
The big guys are gonna get smashed. So they are gonna get smashed.
Depends. Mighty Mouse is gonna suplex them into a freaking armbar.
Unless they all somehow pile on top of each other and lay on it.
That's what I'm saying.
But how the hell are they gonna do that? Like,
you never know.
You gotta have the first couple guys try to do it. They're just gonna get killed.
Yeah, exactly. But then it's gonna tire out the gorilla.
That's the only way.
That's when you send in like Brock Lesnar.
All right, but these big guys get tired quick. Eddie Hall's like a gorilla himself.
That dude is massive.
He just won an MMA fight too, but he's gonna get tired.
Yeah, he will get tired.
He's massive, but Brian Shaw is actually way bigger than him. Brian Shaw is huge.
Brian Shaw is
and he won 4-time World's Strongest Man.
So, I don't know. I just feel like it's a
either
good
way.
argument.
They're not doing anything.
You don't think so? I feel like they will.
If they gang up. I mean, yeah, if you choose, I guess maybe.
I feel like if we choose,
but if the debate 100 regular men, the gorilla's killing them.
Nah, 100 basic regular men. No, the gorilla's gonna murder them. I'll play dead. I don't give a fuck. But if it's literally just like,
especially if the gorilla starts pounding his chest.
Oh my god,
that's like a sign of thing.
Yeah, no. If the human race gets to choose 100 people, I think we got it 100%. There's too many like insane people out there.
Yeah, the gorilla can move like 4,000 pounds like nothing.
Give me 100 gorillas versus King Von.
Oh my god!
I'm saying he's gonna murder them. That's all I'm saying. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into, of course, WWE Raw. So let's get into, of course, the real wrestling now. All right, let's go ahead and get into, of course, WWE Raw. Raw this week was better than SmackDown, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I guess that's the only thing I can really say about it. Yeah, it had some decent moments, but everything else is kind of just meh. But yeah, of course, some of the top things that did occur on Raw that we could definitely talk about was the Sami Zayn storyline that kind of just popped up out of nowhere. So yeah, Seth Rollins came out with Braun Breaker. Sorry. Seth Rollins came out with Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman, basically, of course, declaring that they're going to take over Raw. Of course, yeah, they're the future. The future runs through Seth, etc. Out comes Sami Zayn. Seth Rollins and him basically talk about how like they had like a good friendship, and he's basically telling them like, "Hi, you can either join us, or I'll pull in a favor, and then I'll send you over to SmackDown, and that we won't be in our way."
But he said he's either with them or he's a target.
Yeah.
Unless if he doesn't go to SmackDown.
Yeah, exactly.
And he needed to make a decision by the end of the night.
By the end of the night.
So we can go to the end of the night.
Yeah, just move on to the end of the night. Basically, Sami Zayn says, "Screw you."
Decision time. Yep.
And he gets speared to hell 3 times by Braun Breaker. And then he gets curb stomped by Seth Rollins. So basically, it was more.
Well, no, actually, remember they had a match. Braun Breaker came on. They ended up having a match. Yeah, but right,
he got speared to hell by Braun Breaker.
They had to stop the match.
Yeah, speared to hell by Braun Breaker. And then he gets freaking curb stomped by Seth Rollins.
I thought he took like 5 spears.
Yeah, and then freaking Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman basically stood tall, and cut to black. I mean, obviously, it was just more so just a showcase of
that new faction.
The new faction that they got going on. I still feel like somebody's going to join them at Backlash. Somebody's going to help them win.
Yeah, they need somebody else.
Who it is, like you said, we already said it's either going to be Austin Theory, Carmelo Hayes.
We didn't say it was good. We just said it'd be a good idea to get a younger guy.
Yeah.
I don't know who they're going to put.
Yeah, I'm not sure who they're going to put, but it's got to be one of them, I feel like. Out of like everybody on that roster, I feel like that's probably going to be the best option. But like, I don't know why the heck they did this anyways. Like, Sami Zayn just went there to get it demolished, and then what is he going to do? Is he going to like try to lead the thing to go against them?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, I have no idea how the storyline's going. Anyways, moving on from there, because again, not really much happened there. We had Becky Lynch heel turn. she already turned heel basically last week, but of course, this basically her just sort of declaring she is heel. And then of course, out came Laura Valkyria.
She admitted
Becky
she
Lynch
attacked
admitted
Bayley.
she was the one to attack Bayley before WrestleMania 41. And then of course, basically saying that she attacked her because she wanted like the moment, she wanted the freaking title, etc. It's called the friendship with Lyra Valkyria fake. Valkyria came out and she actually was the one to challenge Becky Lynch, and they kind of made that match official for Backlash. Yeah, so storyline there is, of course, who do you think comes out on top? Becky Lynch or Lyra Valkyria?
I think Becky Lynch wins the IC title.
You think so? Just like right off the bat, comes back, wins the freaking tag title, loses it immediately, and then freaking wins the IC title immediately?
Probably, if they got to make that type of procedure somehow.
That's true. I mean, honestly, like I love Lyra
That had nothing
Valkyria,
to do with
but
Lyra Valkyria. It's just
throw it on somebody who's
get a
already
big
well
name.
established. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool. Honestly, I think Becky Lynch with the title would be pretty good for that title. Honestly, they kind of need
She could have a good rating.
something out of it, and it's sad because like they could build something great with Lyra Valkyria with it, but they're not going to do that. They're just going to give it to a well-established person like Becky Lynch and start building a storyline off of that.
Yeah, that's what I feel is going to happen.
Yeah, I think that's I don't know. I feel like they rely way too much on established stars instead of making their own, and that sucks. It really does. Like recently, they just rely on like those established stars to carry the weight.
That's why those established stars became established stars.
Yeah, but like they're carrying the weight of that, and then of course then like once they leave, they kind of like rushing to try to make a new star. That feels like they do every year, basically at this point. But yeah, I think Becky Lynch wins. I think that she's going to hold on to that title for a while. And then maybe, just maybe, we'll actually start getting some good storylines out of the freaking mid-card women's championships.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully. That's it. Hopefully. I guess we'll still have to freaking wait and see. We also had Dom, of course, facing Penta, and of course a match. Wait, no, that happens. I think I was wrong.
That didn't happen this week.
That
was
didn't happen.
Last week.
Yeah, that was last week.
Rhea Ripley versus Roxanne Perez.
Yes, that happens.
And that was a disqualification because Julia attacked Rhea.
Yeah.
But then Io Sky came out and made the save. So they're still building something there with Io Sky. I think Io Sky and Rhea are teaming up to face Julia and Roxanne Perez. If I'm not mistaken, I believe so.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, they still need to freaking like establish why the hell they're working together.
Yeah,
Roxanne
maybe
and Julia.
This week we'll see. If not, I don't know.
I hope so.
Random Backlash match.
It's just a random freaking match.
A random team up.
Random team. Like they were literally just beefing on NXT, and now they're teaming up to face them. It makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
That's why I'm like, what the hell's going on here? Like, come on, you got to figure this out. Tell us why the hell they did this. You know, like even if it's just like a quick thing, like we decided to help each other to
make a splash on the
main roster and prove that we are the future of like the women's division.
Yeah.
I would take that. It's better than nothing. You know what I mean? It's not like the best thing, but it's better than nothing.
It is better than nothing.
Come on now. I don't know. I just need to do something with them. I definitely hope that they win. Honestly, that'd be pretty cool if they end up winning. I don't think they are. I mean, if they're facing freaking Rhea and Io, like there's no way they're gonna freaking win.
I would love for them to win. That'd be crazy.
That'd be great. If they do win, it'd be a great push.
Unless there's another call up and it's a 3-person team. Somebody else comes to help them and joins them.
I don't know. And then what? They take the pinfall? That's probably what way up, but maybe I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Anyways, we also had the War Raiders.
Well,
I think I just heard a car crash.
A crash just happened right outside my brother's house.
You want to take a look?
I heard that.
Take a look. That's insane.
I don't think it's here. It might be.
I think it's on the side street.
Yeah, I see. Oh, there's a
car
upside down. Somebody's trying to help somebody out the car.
Oh, crap. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, we might have to pause this.
Can you pause it? All right, and we are back. They are A-okay, by the way. The car crashed. Yeah, we ran over there to make sure they were good. They're good. They're fine.
Car was smashed and upside and sideways,
but they're okay. The ambulance is there, so
yeah,
we're cool.
2 cars are smashed, but
yeah, that was weird.
It was loud. I'm surprised the mics did not catch it, but
yeah, the mics didn't catch it, but
it was loud.
It was loud. That's why we looked immediately like, what the heck was that? But yeah, they're okay. Of course, the ambulance got them, so we're cool. All right, so let's I guess we can just pick off where the heck we left off.
War Raiders.
Yes.
They fought Judgment Day.
Yeah, War Raiders defeated Judgment Day.
And it was Finn Balor, I believe.
It was Finn Balor
and JD McDonough,
yeah. JD McDonough looked good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, in his return match, he looked really good. But yeah, great match. War Raiders ended up picking up the win. I mean, I guess it's fine because like just giving it back to Judgment Day would just be like going back to like where the heck they were originally, and that doesn't further their storyline.
Yeah,
so
the storyline is about Finn not liking what's going on.
exactly, yeah. So it makes sense. It was fine, good match, whatever. Of course, other than that, we could definitely talk about the Logan Paul promo. Actually,
Yeah.
that was weird. He basically just stated like, "I'm gonna cut the line. I'm going to go. I want the world title. Like I want Jay."
Yeah, and then Jay comes out and says, "Bring it," and then
Super kicked him to hell.
This is like the thing
Filler.
with Backlash. Backlash is always filler. It's kind of like the Saudi Arabia shows.
Yeah.
That's what the build-up is to Backlash. It's always going to be like that, where it's just like random matches happening.
I thought this thing was so stupid. Like, bro, like you want to solidify Jey Uso's title reign. You want him to be like a good champion, but you're going to put him against Logan Paul. Like, don't get me wrong. Logan Paul, it's not like he's a bad wrestler. It's just more so like, bro, there's so much better people that can actually like give him a good freaking match. And also, it just be like better for his resume.
Yeah.
Like by the time like Roman faced Logan Paul, he already faced like everybody on the freaking roster.
He was already like 2 years into his
exactly.
reign.
So like that was fine, and it was just like a filler thing, cool. But this one is like
Saudi Arabia. It's like one of them shows.
Exactly. But this one's like this is Jay's first title defense, and you're gonna put him against Logan Paul, bro. Like you couldn't put him against somebody well established. You couldn't put him against
he's gonna
Damian Priest, freaking Drew McIntyre.
Damian Priest and I think they're involved in the U.S. title.
The U.S. title picture right now, yeah. But still, like one of those big names. Like why not? Like why not put him against somebody so like really well established instead of freaking throwing him in against Logan Paul, which is just making his freaking title reign look like a joke from the get-go. It's just so freaking annoying the way they book Jey Uso. Like they were booking Jey Uso so perfectly when he was main event Jey Uso. Then it became Yeet Jey Uso, and it was pretty cool for a little while. And then they started overdoing it, and then they started booking him like trash against Gunther. Then he won the title. People started turning on him, and now they're going to book him against Logan Paul. It's just going to make things worse.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to win. It'll probably be a good match to watch, but it does nothing for his resume and story, like you said.
It does nothing.
I mean, you got some big things coming after him probably because you got Seth and Braun Breaker and all that. I'm pretty sure that's going to be a part of the Jay storyline sooner or later.
Yeah.
That will definitely solidify him.
But he's probably going to lose.
But that'll take a while then.
Yeah.
Because he just got the titles.
I feel that's what I'm saying. Unfortunately, I feel like they're going to have him lose the title like at SummerSlam.
I don't see a long reign.
I don't see a long reign.
Yeah. At least he got his championship, but I don't see
That's what I'm saying. If you're going to give us the title reign for a short period of time, at least have him have a great like resume facing like some like top contenders, not Logan Paul.
Yeah, let's see what they do after this. I'm pretty sure he's going to win, obviously. And then
it's so dumb. I don't know. I'm really annoyed by it. But anyways, we can also talk about
another filler thing though.
Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So Pat McAfee, of course, talking about what happened between him and Gunther. Of course, he got choked out by Gunther.
He did cut
protecting
a great
Michael
promo.
Cole. Did cut a great promo.
Yeah, he cut it right out the announce desk, like standing on the announce desk.
Yeah. He ended up basically asking for a match against Gunther at Backlash, and of course, Nick Aldis made it. He made it official. So yeah, that match is official. That's happening at Backlash. I'm happy with it, honestly. I think that's a good filler. Like that's actually good because it has nothing to do with the title. Gunther just lost it. He needs to of course do something. He's mad.
That's why he attacked him in the first place.
Exactly.
And then they're having a match.
Now, if Gunther retained the title at freaking at WrestleMania, and then he faced Pat McAfee,
that would be stupid.
At Backlash, that'd be freaking stupid.
No, it would make no sense.
Or even if he faced Logan Paul at Backlash, that'd be freaking stupid.
I don't know what they're doing with this. I still hear the reports of Goldberg wanting his last match. I feel like that's going to happen with Gunther.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, somehow that's going to happen.
Yeah, I see it, honestly.
Yeah, that's going to happen.
But yeah, of course, that match is going to happen at Backlash. I think it's going to be a fun match. Obviously, I think Gunther's going to win.
Gunther has to win.
Pat McAfee is going to do some funny shit throughout that match.
He'll do some good stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I really hope the rest of the Pat McAfee podcast, like the show, they all get involved. That'd be really freaking funny.
You have a Boston Connor getting in the ring.
Boston Connor gets choked out.
Gets in, and then
that'll be bad funny. I don't know. I'm looking forward to that match, honestly. Like a lot of people aren't, but I feel like that's just gonna be fun.
It's a good filler match, unlike the Jay and Logan, which is it's trying to solidify somebody's title reign.
Exactly. Their first title defense makes no sense. It's stupid. Anyways,
That was basically it for Raw.
I think that was basically it. Yeah.
We talked about the main points. We got interrupted by a crash, but
Yeah.
luckily everybody's good. But
again, thank God everybody's okay there. But yeah, everything seems to be.
SmackDown was honestly really short too. Like,
yeah, we can get into SmackDown. SmackDown, of course, this week was kind of mid. Not gonna lie. We had Randy Orton basically calling out John Cena. John Cena, of course, wasn't there, but basically stating that he's going to
just cut a promo on John Cena.
Yeah.
Basically, that's literally it.
Yeah.
It's just to build outside the match.
Yep, it's whatever. It was still a pretty decent promo.
I mean, yeah, he cuts a great promo.
Yeah, it's Randy Orton.
But it was
Come on
just.
now. But
yeah.
Yeah, that's not again not really much to talk about there. Just a good promo. It's not like it was a bad thing. It was great filler. I thought it was a great promo, and I thought it made sense. It's cool.
I mean, yeah, it's just to build this match though. He's talking about his old feud with Cena and now.
Yeah, and a lot of they've been doing a lot of video package promos where they're talking about like the 25 years of that rivalry.
Yeah, where they're showing the old
and that's
matches.
Cool. I like that.
That's cool.
That's awesome. Yeah. We also had LA Knight and of course Damian Priest basically having like a heated confrontation, which led to a match later on in the night.
Yeah, because they both want the U.S. title.
Yep, and then they ended up getting a disqualification after Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu ended up getting involved.
Yeah, Jacob Fatu took out both of them.
Yeah,
because Solo got jumped.
Dominant. Yeah, Jacob Fatu looking dominant as hell. That's one thing I did want to talk about. Of course, do you see a fatal 4-way happening or a triple threat happening? Yeah. And of course, how long do you see Jacob Fatu's match happening?
They made it. I think later on in the night. I forgot to write it, but Nick Aldis made it.
Oh, he did make it official at Backlash.
It's yeah, it was a fatal 4-way. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
So it's them three: Priest, LA Knight, Jacob Fatu. No, not. I don't think it's Solo.
Yeah, not Solo. What am I saying?
I think it's Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good match.
Yeah, and that's a great match to solidify somebody's title reign because those three are ex-champions.
Exactly, and then Jacob Fatu picks up the win there. Fire.
Yeah, that's literally
that's an amazing first title defense.
That's how you do it as a first title defense. Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know.
Even though is it his first or second? But either way, that's how you solidify somebody's title reign.
Yeah.
He's taking on 3 of them.
Taking on what? Is it LA Knight?
2 world champions,
Damian Priest, and Drew McIntyre.
And
that's great.
Former U.S. champion. Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly think that Jacob Fatu pulls out the win there. I think that he's going to hold on to this title for quite a long time.
Yeah. It's going to be hard to beat him unless you got help.
Yeah, unless you got help, or of course it's somebody that's something that he least expects, like Solo costing the title or something like that.
And that's help. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
He's not gonna lose that clean.
No, he's not gonna lose clean at all, and he's not losing for a while. I think he holds that title for close to a year.
Yeah. Past SummerSlam.
At the most,
maybe
honestly,
Royal Rumble?
WrestleMania, but I think it's gonna be less than a year. Yeah, Royal Rumble will be a good time for him to lose it, like right before that, if anything. But yeah, I'm looking forward to his title reign. His title reign is going to be, I think, really freaking good. That dude's like promo skills are off the charts.
Yeah.
We also had, trying to grab my notes
random
here.
Tag team match: Fraxium versus Pretty Deadly.
Yeah, but that's just to build up the tag division and Fraxium because they just went up to the main roster. So yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, Fraxium got the W.
Yeah, they picked up the win. Although that match was really sloppy. There was so many botches.
It wasn't that good. They did not match.
So many botches, and I think even the ref botch. She counted to 3, but then she said it wasn't 3. It's like I hate when they do that, and I feel like that's happening so much more often.
Yeah,
now.
didn't we? What was that? Wasn't it with like Seth Rollins?
Seth Rollins versus Damian Priest.
Yeah,
that was bad. That was terrible.
They didn't kick out.
He didn't kick out at all.
Didn't kick out.
Yeah, Priest didn't kick out. That was terrible. I don't know. I feel like that's happening a lot. I think it happened in AEW recently too. I forgot. What match it was, but it did happen recently.
Yeah, train your refs better not play. Some of them is the wrestlers' fault.
Yeah, I don't know. Kick out. They're supposed to kick out. That's the point. So but the thing is as a ref, you're taught you're supposed to count to 3 no matter what. So I don't understand why the hell you're not counting to 3.
And if they count to 3, you end the match and you got to figure out what to do else.
Yeah,
make it legitimate.
Yeah, you have to make it legit. If not, then that just takes away from the whole freaking sport. The referees are so important to wrestling.
Yeah, because they also let the people know about
spots, how much time they have left,
what's
etc.
going on,
yeah, there's a lot of things that they.
If anything changes mid-match, he tells me, "Oh, we're gonna finish it this way." Well,
you kind of think about it. It's like the coordinator for wrestling. Yeah, they're 100%. Like the coordinator of the match.
Yeah, but they can also mess it up like that.
Yeah, they can also mess it up completely by making that simple mistake and not counting the 3 when they should have. So yeah, that kind of threw me out the match. We also had Aleister Black versus The Miz. And this was actually pretty good.
Yeah, a great first match for Aleister Black.
Also, like people are saying, oh, they're burying the Miz. No, they didn't bury the Miz. It was
This is
it was like a 15-minute match. It
and
was a
this
pretty
is
good match.
typical Miz, like putting somebody over.
Exactly.
He's always gonna do this. That's why he's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. And
Yeah.
one of the
Aleister
best.
Black, of course, hit the Black Mask for the win.
Few times, actually.
Few times actually, yeah. And then of course he ended up staring down Carmelo Hayes. So that's
Yep,
pretty cool. We're gonna see Carmelo Hayes versus Aleister Black.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fire match.
Yeah, that's a
'Cause
battle of like two of the
He's
best
kind of like
NXT.
teammates with Miz kind of right now, so that's why.
Yeah. Well, also it's a battle of two former NXT champions, two of the best NXT champions in my opinion.
Yeah.
Between Carmelo Hayes and Aleister Black, I feel like their styles are going to clash really, really well. Like you got the high flyer Carmelo Hayes, and then you got the brawler, like freaking
He's not even he's like
striker.
More like he's like a
Striker,
striker.
Aleister Black striker. Like that's gonna be a really good match. I'm super
I would like
excited
this
for that.
Black Mass out of nowhere, like when he's
Jumping
in
off
the
the
air.
top rope.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's gonna be so nice. Yeah, they're definitely gonna run that match. It's probably not gonna be next week, but it's gonna come up really, 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 really soon. But yeah, I like the way they're building it. I like the way they're building Black. I know it's just one match and one little segment he had, but
It's basically building him up, looking
Yeah.
dominant. After this, let's see what they do.
it's just reintroducing them to the
yeah.
to
I hope he
the
doesn't
fans.
keep doing these mid card stuff, and then that would be annoying. But
No, honestly, I truly believe Aleister Black has the potential to be a main event champion. Like main event world heavyweight champion or WWE undisputed champion. I truly believe he has the capability to do that. His promo skills, if you didn't watch AEW, watch his promos when he was part of House of Black.
remember I
Although
said
House of
the-
Black did kind of flop at the end, it wasn't his fault at all. His
Creative.
promos are great.
yeah, and you could also say you can make him one of those guys that has like main event matches that without a title, like that doesn't need a title.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like remember, like we said, the Undertaker, like he can be a figure like that.
Yeah, he can have great feuds without the title. That's for damn sure.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, I
he could
definitely
be that
see.
new supernatural star, like we've been talking about.
Yeah,
Even though he's not exactly supernatural, but like you know what I mean. Like,
yeah. I don't know. I just want him to win a world title. I feel like he literally has the ability to do so. He's one of the best in the ring, great at promos. I think if the crowd gets behind him, then he definitely
his
for
entrance
sure.
is fire. Yeah.
Yeah, his entrance is freaking amazing. So he definitely has the ability to, of course, become
We
world
say
champion.
the same as I think about Karrion Kross.
Karrion Kross definitely
Yeah.
needs a freaking.
He
a
came out
push.
with that little documentary. It was about like the whole weekend of WrestleMania.
It was good. Did you watch it? It was like 45 minutes.
Yeah, he's
Fire.
That dude-
And it ends basically, of course, with his promo he cut on.
He's making himself
that
a star,
podcast.
literally without WWE even
Yeah.
trying to help him.
Well,
They're not
like-
helping him at all.
The good thing is he's on Raw. Aleister Black is on SmackDown, so they're not going to clash at all.
No, I know, yeah. But I'm saying he's making himself a star, and they're not helping him at all. He's doing it all himself.
Yeah,
Him, his wife, and then his production team himself.
yeah, it's fire. No, honestly, yeah, you're right about that. But anyways, we can also talk about what's it? Zelina Vega defeating Piper Niven.
Yeah,
of course,
because she just won the U.S.
she just
title.
won the U.S.
so
title
she
last
fire.
week, so that was fire. Happy for her. We had Rey Fenix defeating Santos Escobar.
That was actually a good match.
It was a
Santos
good
Escobar
match.
put on a good fight.
Yeah, they were teasing like prior to this, like Rey Fenix potentially joining them, but of course that ended up not happening. Them having
Oh
a
my
match.
God, I don't want to see him.
I don't
in
wanna see that.
LWO.
I don't want to see it either. Yeah.
Do not do it, or he's just like, what are they doing to Latino wrestlers?
Well, remember we said that we were like joking. It's like, yo, if they end up going to WWE, they're just gonna end up in LWO.
That's stupid. They better not. Who cares if he's a luchador?
Yeah,
Just forget that LWO crap already. Make Rey Mysterio great again.
yeah. Well, Rey Mysterio was out for an injury for a while. He had
Nah,
that groin
yeah, that's
injury. He had to get surgery.
But make Rey Mysterio great again before he has his last run.
Yeah. And then of course we also had Jay Cargill and Tiffany Stratton defeating Nia Jax and Naomi.
That was the main event.
Yeah, that was the main event. Jade ended up holding the
This
women's
was-
title. Of course, she wants next, gets
Yeah.
attacked by Naomi. So that's
Again.
yeah, again. So that's like the main storyline there too. Like, do you think it's gonna be a triple threat match or a fatal four way? Of course, with like Jay Cargill, Naomi,
Naya's involved.
Nia.
It could be. It could be like kind of what they're doing with Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
And that would definitely solidify her reign.
I think she already solidified her win.
I mean, yeah,
with,
you're right.
Charlotte
But
Flair.
a lot of people weren't happy with the match. Remember? So
Yeah, I don't know. I think the match is gonna be fine. Like, do you think there's a potential that like Naomi or Jay Cargill end up freaking winning the title over her?
No, not now.
Not now.
Not now.
Yeah, I don't
And
know.
if somebody is, it's probably gonna be Jade. Naomi's been champion already.
I will have to. I do have to say this though. Like, I would not mind Naomi as a heel winning the title.
Yeah,
because
it's
we
always
haven't
fun
seen
to
her.
see heels
Yeah,
win.
her heel, like so far, her work, by the way, like as this heel character she's been building has been really good.
It's been good. The only thing is she hasn't won a match.
Yeah,
She's just been
yeah,
it's just losing. So
yeah,
it's
but
just
like
like
her,
it doesn't make it realistic.
exactly. But her promos online, her promos that
If
she's
they had her winning some matches and then she got involved with the Jay Cargo thing, I kind of no, she's just only going after Jay Cargo and then losing.
yeah,
So it's just I don't know.
yeah.
It doesn't solidify for me yet because
I
actual
know.
stuff she's doing is good.
Her stuff on social media too. She's been
Yeah.
posting kind of like Karrion Kross. Like she's been posting like was it promos and stuff, and like her video package promos backstage and her like character work inside the ring. It's all been good, honestly, as a heel. So I would not mind if she were to win the title. I don't think she should win it in this fatal 4-way or anything like that. But like if they were to push her and she wins a couple matches and then she goes after the title and she wins it, I would not mind that at all. Honestly, I think that'd be really freaking cool.
Yeah.
If she's the one that takes off a Tiff. But anyways, I think that was basically it for SmackDown. That was basically it for WWE.
SmackDown was not.
It was not it.
Not it. Raw was better and Raw was even that good. It was okay because
Yeah.
of the storyline, but.
But anyways, yeah, we could definitely get into, of course, the AEW side of things. AEW, of course, has a pay-per-view, well, not a pay-per-view, like a TV pay-per-view coming up soon, too. So let's get into that. All right, let's go ahead and get into, of course, AEW Dynamite. Dynamite this week was...
It was good.
Yeah, it was pretty good, honestly.
It's been good for weeks, like almost like a month already. It's been
yeah, no, honestly...
Week. They definitely stepped up the game.
I will say this. Although, obviously, WWE has been killing it lately, Dynamite has consistently... And based on consistency, has been the better show. In terms of, like, consistency. Like, they're consistently
They've been more
good.
consistent.
Yeah, they've been more consistent. Like, they've been consistently good, whereas WWE has a good show, and then they have two terrible weeks, and then an amazing show, etc. Yeah.
Also, and then Collision's been getting better. We've been saying that for a while now. So
yeah,
they've stepped up their game.
Definitely.
Some good stuff happened on Collision, too. But, yeah, that's...
Yeah. Anyways, let's get into it. Of course, it did start off with an 8-man tag match between the Elite and Ricochet, of course, defeating Kenny Omega, Mark Briscoe, Mike Bailey, and Kevin Knight. All, of course, honestly, this was a fantastic match. The match itself was like 25 minutes.
Because usually 8-man tag matches are kind of, I don't know, I don't really like them.
Yeah.
This was actually good.
It was good, obviously. Yeah, it was really good. Of course, it did have some valid storylines behind it. It wasn't just like a thrown together thing. Although it was, a lot of these people, of course, have history. Of course, they've had feuds, and they're kind of involved in feuds together at the moment. So, yeah. Obviously,
especially Kenny Omega and the Elite.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Literally got kicked out of them.
Yeah, but it was pretty cool. Of course, Okada hit the Rainmaker clothesline leading to the victory. Of course, they've been teasing that Okada versus Omega for a while now, so that's
definitely happening at the next pay-per-view.
I think it's happening at All In.
Double or Nothing, is it?
I don't think it's happening at Double or Nothing. I think it's gonna happen at All In.
I don't think they can wait all the way that long.
I feel like
Double
or
Nothing's still a few weeks away, so I don't.
No, we'll have to wait and see. But I honestly feel like they're gonna wait till All In. But if they do it at Double or Nothing, I'm fine with that too. That match is gonna be freaking fire.
Yeah, I think it's happening at Double or Nothing.
I can't wait for that match. Honestly, who do you got winning? Do you got Okada or Omega?
Kenny.
You got Kenny? I got Kenny. I think Kenny's gonna win. I think it's gonna be a great match. Don't get me wrong, but I think Kenny wins. Kenny wins. He's probably gonna unify those titles, make it the Intercontinental Championship, because they don't need both of them. There's no way there's enough TV time to basically make storylines for both of them, and that shows obviously because the only storyline between
because then you still got the.
Well, yeah, the only storylines you have between those two is literally nothing except that they're teasing fighting each other at the moment.
Yeah, you got the International, the Continental, but you still got the
TNT
Championship, and then some people the ROH TV Championship was literally defended on here. So
yeah, but that doesn't need to show up on AEW at all.
No, I know, but I'm saying it did. So I'm saying it's like they don't need so many titles because you still get titles from other companies constantly being showcased.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just looking forward to that match. And speaking of course, the World TV Championship, basically. So the ROH World TV title, of course, Nick Wayne defeated Jay Lethal in a match, which was honestly a pretty good match as well. I love that they're pushing Nick Wayne.
Yeah, because he's been having these little things with the patriarchy where like Christian Cage hasn't been too fond of him lately. I don't know why. He just won a title, but
I think he's jealous.
They're not clicking. Yeah, so I have a feeling something's gonna happen there where Nick Wayne gets tired of being in there. Him and his mom are like, all right, you know what, we out.
Oh yeah, they're teasing it.
Yes,
I mean, like first of all, like Nick, was it Jay Lethal basically asked for the match? Nick Wayne didn't want to do it. He was forced to by Christian Cage. He wins the match, and then at the end of the match, Christian Cage is holding the title. Nick Wayne looks kind of like what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
He tells him to turn around, and then he ends up putting the belt around his waist. But he did look at the title, stared at it for a little bit before putting it around his waist. So again, just seems like jealousy. Obviously, Christian Cage, it feels like he can't be the one in the group that does not have a title.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna. Something's gonna happen there.
Oh yeah,
and then we can hopefully, after that happens, we can hopefully get the kill switch, get away from Christian Cage finally.
Yeah, no, that's true. No freaking kill switch. Oh my god, it's
Luchasaurus.
such a stupid name. Luchasaurus is a dumbass name too, but
That was
still,
just his gimmick. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I'm just hoping that, of course, this leads to something. It definitely will, and I'm looking forward to it. That match was the match between Jay Lethal and, of course, Nick Wayne was really good. We also had of course, the title eliminator match between Toni Storm and Miyu Yamashita. I guess you can pronounce it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and say I know much about her, but of course, it was a pretty decent match, and Toni Storm ended up picking up the win. They have been teasing a lot lately. Of course, Mercedes Moné versus Toni Storm.
Yeah, Mercedes Moné has like 8 titles.
Yeah.
But Toni Storm has the big one, has the main title, the world title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're teasing
They
it.
were teasing it, but she got ran off. Mercedes Moné got ran off by Jamie Hayter, who also still wants a title shot.
Well, she earned a title shot.
Well, yeah, but that's true.
Yeah,
so she's like, no, you're not taking my spot. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Jamie Hayter, I think that match is going to be great. I would love for Jamie Hayter to win the title again. I thought she was a fantastic champion. But at the moment,
Toni Storm is just...
She's so over.
She had a great promo on Collision. She was like running into the crowd and saying a bunch of different things. It was great.
Yeah, no, Toni Storm has been looking great. Like, as much as I love Jamie Hayter,
after her promo
and as much as I think she'd be a great champion because she was a good champion. She was the second best women's champion besides... of course, Toni Storm. Toni Storm is so over right now.
Nobody's going close to her because there's not only the in-ring stuff. Her promos are just 100%
fire. Yeah,
because she's like
her character.
Her character is like of like the movie thing.
Yeah,
she's literally like that already though. Like she could literally be in a movie. She's a great actor.
She is a great actor.
And she cuts great promos.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I feel like
every promo is just like a story. Like she was telling a story in Collision, and it was great, and it ended with like. At the end, she got a huge cheer from the crowd. Like, she's a beast.
Yeah, they're definitely saving the Mercedes Moné versus Toni Storm till All In.
That's a big one, yeah.
That's a major match. In terms of who comes out on top, I think that Toni Storm comes out on top.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to give it to
I don't know who's going to beat her. Mercedes Moné has too many titles. She doesn't need it. But by then, you never know. She'd lose a couple. But
there's more and more reports of Mariah May's definitely leaving and signing with WWE, which honestly sucks.
Yeah, but I don't believe any reports until something actually happens. We've seen reports that were so false.
No,
we haven't heard nothing first. She still posts photos of AEW stuff, so it's like you don't know. But yeah, that would be crazy. That'd be a huge loss. That'd just be a
massive loss.
That'd be an L.
Yeah, just a massive.
I don't even know if it'll be their fault because it seems like she actually wants to just.
No, it wouldn't be AEW's fault. It's not like they're not gonna. It's not like they're offering money. It's
still an L though.
Yeah, that's her dream, obviously, to go to WWE. But yeah, hopefully they can convince her to stay because I feel like she fits perfectly in that women's division in AEW. She's like right there at the top with Toni.
If she goes to WWE, it should be. I think you push her right to the top. She can instantly be infused with like the top ones.
Yeah, but also like you got to think about. You got to think about WWE though. WWE likes to just push the main people and then keep everybody else like kind of just somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, we also had
NXT like Ricky Saints.
Nah, Ricky Saints is killing it in NXT.
Yeah,
he's killing it in NXT. That dude's freaking and Ethan Page.
Yeah,
I love Ethan Page. Yes. Ethan Page. If you guys go back to the beginning of this podcast, I would always say push Ethan Page. Before
I remember that we was filming in the other room. Yeah, with that little desk.
Exactly. I would always say, "Yo, Ethan Page is a freaking beast," and I don't understand why the hell they don't use him on a weekly basis at AEW.
I thought he had great matches,
and they never did.
When they did,
yeah. Well, not only that, just his promos and stuff. He was great, and then he ended up going to NXT. Now he's doing great things there. Obviously, we said the same thing with Kyle Fletcher. We did that for a long time. They're finally pushing him. He's like one of the best stars in the freaking company now. That dude, everybody's saying now future world champ.
Yeah, Kyle Fletcher was in the main event. We'll get to that.
We can talk about it right now.
That was awesome.
Yeah, we had the Hangman Adam Page versus, of course, Kyle Fletcher. It was the semifinals for the Owen Hart Cup tournament. Oh my god, that match was great. So good.
That was a
Kyle Fletcher is a future world champion. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody says. The heck was that? Yeah, something fell.
Well, you had the future world champion. You got a future world champion going against the next world champion, in my belief.
Hangman?
But this match was awesome, and I'm glad Hangman got the win.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Kyle Fletcher did not need this right now.
No, he didn't.
Because the winner is going to face Will Ospreay.
Exactly. Yeah, so that they don't need to run back Fletcher versus Ospreay right immediately, so it makes
is
sense why
like,
you lost.
is the finals at Double or Nothing?
I think so.
I believe it's at Double or Nothing. That's gonna be crazy. That might be the best match of the night.
Yeah, no, that match's gonna be great.
Hangman and
Hangman
Will
versus
Ospreay.
Will Ospreay. Winner
And it's
goes
funny,
on to face Moxley.
Those were the two guys we picked at the beginning. He said Will Ospreay, and I picked Hangman
Yeah,
to like win this whole tournament and go and win the title next.
and like
And
I
now
said,
they're going at
either
it.
or,
So
I'm
either
happy.
or, it's gonna be awesome. Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah.
be crazy.
Either or, I'm fine with winning as long as they actually beat Moxley, because that freaking title needs to leave the Death Riders thing. I posted that reel and everybody was agreeing that the Deathline storyline is so freaking stale.
Yeah,
It's so boring. It's so annoying.
Some people were comparing it to the Bloodline, but like
I did too though last week.
I know, but I don't. It was not. It's not even close to as.
No,
good as
so
Bloodline. I get it was still stale before they got Sammy, but it was still way better than this.
No, they weren't comparing it like that. They were stating basically it was similar in like the way the matches were ending and how people were getting annoyed by that.
Yeah,
everybody's forgetting that, and I bring that up all the time. Whenever people say they miss Roman holding the title for a long period of time, I bring it up like, no, everybody was complaining, including me, that it was freaking annoying how he would win every single match the same exact way, and it was like really freaking boring. The storyline never freaking progressed until like the last like 6 months of his actual title reign. So there was a big period where it was boring. Death Riders, the only difference is the Bloodline storyline was still somewhat interesting because of Sami Zayn, etc. Whereas the Death Rider storyline was never interesting. It was always freaking boring.
The Bloodline storyline got really good though at one point. While this storyline hasn't even gotten good.
Well, that's what I just said. Yeah, like it never like progressed. It was always freaking the same things, just being boring.
Stupid, yeah.
Yeah. So that's like the massive difference between those two.
Yeah.
But
we can talk about Death right now because the Ops, they had a match, they got to win, but then they got attacked by the Death Riders, and then obviously once again Samoa Joe, he challenged Moxley, but this time he said let's do it in a steel cage match.
Yeah,
that's why he wants the world title match in a steel cage match,
and they made it official.
See, that's gonna be a great match, obviously, but we know the outcome is gonna be probably a bulldog choke or something.
Yeah, it's going to be a bulldog choke. Unfortunately, John Moxley's going to pick up the win there, and then again, hopefully he loses it to the freaking winner of Hangman versus Ospreay at All In.
He's losing.
He's losing. Yeah,
Hangman's winning that.
I hope so. Jeez, that thing's like.
Yeah, but this match is definitely going to be great.
Oh yeah,
Samoa Joe,
and if Samoa Joe wins, even better. Honestly, that'd be great. I would not mind that. I'm not saying that he should lose. I hope he wins.
I mean, I would love to see Samoa Joe. I just don't think.
I don't think
if he's gonna lose. He's not gonna lose to Samoa Joe.
Yeah,
I'm not saying nothing about Samoa Joe, but just get what I mean. Like he's got to lose to like the storyline's gotta be bigger.
Yeah,
this just happened, which is obviously the one hard tournament thing.
I don't know. I feel like give it to Ospreay. Ospreay is so over with the crowd right now. Whenever the heck his music hits, the crowd goes ballistic. Obviously he's a great face. He hasn't won the world title. I said this last week, but he was a great international champion. That is true. So, like, why not just give him the world title, see what the heck he can do with it?
My only argument for Hangman was, like, they have history. Well, not history. It's just,
they do have history.
He's like at the AEW original. Yeah, then they have history. And then with Will Ospreay, the argument is he hasn't won a world title yet, and he is over. So, yeah. Either way, he's good. My pick, I'm still going to stick with my pick, obviously. But no matter what happens, we're getting a new champion. It's going to be a great champion.
I can't wait.
Hangman or Will Ospreay.
Yeah, because every single aspect of AEW has been progressing except for the freaking main title picture.
Which is holding it so much back because that's supposed to be the main thing.
Yeah, and for all
the women's world title picture is the great thing.
It's the number one thing in AEW.
Toni Storm.
Yeah, but yeah, like I don't know, like the way the freaking AEW haters are so dumb. Like, first of all, AEW is getting so much better. They're progressing in every single shape and form except for the main title picture, and also, and also like their views are going up like dramatically.
People are like, then if you say one thing bad about WWE, then go watch AEW, then blah blah. And if you say one thing about AEW, then go watch the E, whatever.
Yeah,
like bro, they're both wrestling companies. What the hell?
So
obviously, WWE's been there longer and it's the best, but
yeah,
AEW's
still up there.
After a horrible 2020, was it 2023 or 2024? Probably both. After a horrible 2 years.
2 years.
They finally started to cook again.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say 2 years because I think
it was like a year and a half.
Swerve's title reign was great.
Yeah, but still a bump concerning everything else, how bad Collision was and everything.
Yeah.
I'm talking about as a whole.
As a whole, yeah.
They weren't cooking for a year and a half.
Yeah.
After a great 2021, 2022.
I think it started going downhill after MJF lost the title.
MJF lost the title. Then obviously the CM Punk thing happened, and then
yeah, it was crazy.
But yeah,
Anyways, that was basically it, of course, for wrestling this week.
Well, we didn't really get to
What?
The only thing we didn't get to was the MJF segment.
Oh,
Yeah, he got another 2 thumbs up, and then Bobby Lashley gave him another thumbs down. But then
They
this
got in
time
each other's
MJF got
face.
angry,
Yeah.
calls him like a bitch and everything.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
And Bobby Lashley chokes him and said, "Yo, you want to impress me? You got to hurt somebody. You got to hurt people like we do."
Yeah.
So,
But MJF, he can hurt somebody.
oh, he's done it plenty of times. Then he just hurt. Remember when who was it? He beat the hell out of Daniel Garcia.
He demolished him.
He made him bleed and demolished him. He can do something like that again. Impress Bobby Lashley.
I can see MJF doing that. MJF is definitely going to end up in her business, I think.
Or if not, he's going to hurt somebody in the hurt stick. He's like, you want to impress me? Here you go. And he hurts.
You hurt Bob?
He hurts Bobby or hurts Shelton Benjamin, which that turns to a feud with Bobby Lashley. I wouldn't mind that either. But yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, you want me to hurt somebody, Bob?
That got interesting because I thought it was getting pretty stupid every week, him trying to impress him. This one where he actually chokes him and says, "You are hurt," now it's going to get interesting.
Well, I think this Wednesday he's going to hurt somebody, and then
it was fun. It was interesting, but you know what I mean. Like it wasn't like
it was starting to become the same thing.
It wasn't progressing. Now it's actually something's going to happen because he got warned. Now he knows how to impress him. Let's see how he's going to do it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But anyways, that was basically it, of course, for wrestling this week. Of course, in terms of AEW, it was pretty good. In terms of WWE, it was all right.
Yeah, we got Backlash this week.
Looking forward to that.
Let's be honest, it's not going to be the best pay-per-view. However, we're glad to see that last chapter of the John Cena and Randy Orton rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
And then a couple good matches here and a couple filler matches like the Jey Uso.
Couple filler matches. One thing I do want to point out before we go to is like WWE, you got to do something about these freaking ticket prices. Even WWE Raw in Providence for nosebleed seats.
It's like next month for the coming here, right?
It was like $160 for nosebleeds.
Yeah, the top. It's like
last time they were here it was like $50 for like middle row.
We paid like $50. I remember our tickets were like $54, and we was like in the middle.
Yeah, middle row.
Like just the row before you get to like the actual top section.
It was the middle, and it was TV, like right there, basically right in the middle.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
And the arena's not that big, so we work really close. We see everything perfectly.
Pretty close, yeah.
$54.
Now it's more
about $154.
It's triple the amount to sit all the way at the top now. Makes no sense.
Triple the amount to have worse seats. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's so freaking dumb.
And everybody's recognized this. You see fans complaining everywhere about especially obviously the pay-per-views. That's just it looks like you got to be rich now to attend a pay-per-view. Apparently,
$40,000.
I want to go to SummerSlam.
$40,000 for SummerSlam VIP tickets.
MetLife Stadium is not
That's crazy.
Few hours from here, but no, we can't go because we're not rich.
F that.
They don't care about regular fans anymore.
It's mostly just celebrities who go now. The real fans are up in the rafters spending $500.
As much as we were excited about this Netflix deal, it seems like that's when the ticket prices
skyrocketed.
They switched to Netflix, and then it's just
they thought they went bougie.
Oh no, we are they're like no, they're charging like you said UFC prices.
Bro, the price gouging is crazy. Like you guys are like, it's ridiculous.
You're pushing your real
freaking
fans away,
crazy.
And to get like celebrities in who can pay more and stuff like. They don't really watch
the funniest thing too is like, oh, like you're price gouging, but yet you're still firing people for quote unquote budget cuts.
Yeah, how much money? Maybe they
you know what I mean.
Put the prices down, you get more seats in now because they're still selling out. So I get from their part, they're still selling out, so they don't really care.
Yeah.
However, the average fan like us is like, it sucks.
It does
because now we can't really attend unless we break the bank.
Unless we break the bank, or you want to sit in hell.
And we got so much other stuff. Yeah, break the bank just to sit in hell.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe as always. We'll be back next week, of course, with our review of Backlash. That might come out a little bit later because I'm actually going to Disney.
Yes, he won't
be for a little while. So like, comment, subscribe as always. Love you guys so much. Peace.